Hi, welcome to Introduction to Algebra 1, Coefficients in Two-Step Equations. Alright, so before we start what we learned today, first let's review some definitions. So we have a variable, which is a letter that represents an unknown value in an equation. Examples could be x, y, or any letter of the alphabet. Another definition is coefficient. This is a new one. A numerical value placed before a variable which signifies multiplying the number before the variable and the variable's value. Now, in algebra, we use what is given from an equation to find the value of the variable within the given equation. Now, let's start with a simple one-step algebraic equation with a coefficient in front of the variable. All right, let's look at the first one. So our first one, we have 2x is equal to 20. Now, right here, we have noted is that x is our variable. Now, first when we look at this question, we notice that we have our x's on one side and our normal numbers on the other side. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. We want to have our variable on the other side and the other numbers on the other side. So, in order to, what we want to find is we want to find what just normal x equals. Not what 2x equals, but just x. So, in order to find what x equals, we are doing 2 times x is equal to 20. So, what we do is we take the inverse of multiplication, which is division, and we divide 2 by both sides. 20 divided by 2, x is equal to 10. Now, the nice part about a question like this is we can easily check it. We can plug in 10 for x and do 2 times 10 is equal to 20. And that way we know we're correct. Okay, let's go to this next problem. So here, as we have stated, y is our variable. So we are doing 3 times y is equal to 15. Now, once again, we have multiplication. So, as always, we do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. And that means that we divide both sides by 3 to find just what y equals. 15 divided by 3, y is equal to 5. Now we can plug it back in. 3 times 5, so we plug in the 5 for y, is equal to 15. And that's when we know that our answer is correct. All right. Now, let's try a two-step equation which involves a coefficient. All right, let's look at this next question. So, we have x as our variable. Now, the most important part about algebra is that we want our like terms on the same side of the equal sign. So, we have 3 times x plus 5 is equal to 20. So we want to get our like terms on the same side, which means we want to get this 5 over to the same side as the 20. In order to do that, we do the inverse of the operation, which is happening here. Here we have addition, because we have 3x plus 5. So in order to remove it, we do the opposite, which is subtraction. Minus 5, minus 5. Now we have 3x is equal to 15. And here we notice, okay, good. We have our variable on one side and our normal numbers on the other side. So now all we need to do is, since we have 3 times x equals 15, take the opposite of multiplication, which is division, divide both sides by 3, and you get x is equal to 5. All right, let's look at one more. Now here we have y as our variable. 4y plus 8 is equal to 24. We're going to want to get our like terms on the same side of the equation. So plus 8, the opposite is subtraction, so minus 8. Subtract 8 from both sides. 4y is equal to 16. Now, 4 times y equals 16. Division is the opposite of multiplication, so we divide both sides by 4. We get y is equal to 4. Awesome. Now, please pause the video and try some of these problems yourself. Okay, now let's go ahead and review the questions that you hopefully just completed by yourself. All right, number 1. 3x is equal to 36. Now we know here by looking at x as our variable. So we have 3 times x is equal to 36. We do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we divide both sides by 3. 36 divided by 3, x is equal to 12. And we can plug that back in. 3 times 12 is equal to 36, and we know our answer is correct. All right, next one. 7 times x plus 7 is equal to 49. Now we know x is our variable. Now, so since we have 7x plus 7, we're doing addition, which means we need to do the opposite to get that 7 on the same side as the 49. So subtract 7. 7x is equal to 42. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we divide both sides by 7. X is equal to 6. All right, our last one. 6 times x minus 10 is equal to 14. Now, obviously, we're doing subtraction here, 6x minus 10. So the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we add 10 to both sides. 6x is equal to 24. Now we're multiplying, so we do the opposite and divide both sides. And x is equal to 4. Hopefully now you have an understanding about how to solve an algebraic equation with a coefficient, and I will see you in the next episode.